it's my pleasure to introduce you to Sloane Reali. She has been a voice and confidence coach for over 20 years, helping public speakers, teachers, therapists, doctors, authors, and corporate leaders to prepare vocally in their professions. She's a leader in her field, making guest appearances on television, radio, podcasts, and as she's been an expert for many, many years on the power of voice.
Oh, thank you so much, Sandy, for the invitation to be here. And the title of it, I was so excited, was Confidence and Courage Through Connection. And
Perfect.
you know, connection is really what we are all wanting. This is what everybody is desiring. Even people that like to be on their own and kind of lone rangers, still at some point need to get out and connect with other human living beings. And so many things have changed in the last few years, post pandemic and all that business and moving online and Zoom. And, it's really a mixed bag now how people choose or want to communicate. It opened up a whole new plethora of issues. Some people love it. Some people can't stand it. Some people run away. I was sharing with you earlier, because of Zoom, who knew in a million years, when the pandemic came, I thought that was the end of my business. I had not worked online yet, and I did not understand or see how teaching singing, for example, could be done online with time delays. And if you've ever done singing, speaking and having a conversation are, it's a back and forth, but to get a group of people singing simultaneously or praying simultaneously or meditating all together with their audio on is like, whoa, it's a lot. I did not see how that could work, but I had this handful of clients. I still, to this day, am so grateful, who begged me to figure out and find a way to make this thing work on Zoom. So fast forward, I'm so grateful I stuck with it. I'm so grateful to those clients that asked me to figure out a way, because it was the one thing still bringing them joy when we were all in lockdown. I lost my train of thought there. Oh, I'm so grateful because what I was telling you before we started the show here is I have a woman later today I'm meeting with who lives in Orange County. She's in a speaking competition and she is singing her intro. She's singing a Sarah Bareilles' Brave. And she's it's such a powerful song. Yeah. And she just needs a couple of some technical help and a few tools to help her with her confidence to really hit that out of the ballpark. But my point is, we're going to be working together this afternoon, me here in my hometown and her there. Another woman, Westlake Village, she's an artist. She has an art studio, and she's been asked to be a guest on podcasts with other artists. This is how they're all supporting one another. And she was telling me she's a guest, and their intros to these podcasts are, they lack energy and personality. And she wants to do a podcast, but she doesn't want it to be that. Like, she really wants to do something creative and fun and uplifting. So when you come in to hear the podcast or watch the video, you're excited about what you're going to learn, what you're going to hear about. So this is another woman, again, she's down there, I'm up here. So it's opening up a whole new opportunity. I worked with clients now in New York, San Francisco, London, New Zealand, all because of being able to work online. So it's pretty crazy. Anyway, I digress. I'm coming back to, courage and connection and how that, what I'm finding, and I don't know if it's the clients that are finding me. I don't know if it's just the kind of client that I am attracting to myself these last, I would say probably in the last year or so, but it's women that are coming to me that they know that there's more, right? They just need someone to give them permission. That's what I do. I teach people how to give themselves permission and enjoy using their voice without the fear of being judged and without worrying about what other people think. This is a huge piece of why people come to me, whether it's for singing or speaking or presentation skills or a speaking competition, or they're going on book tour. They just lack the confidence because we're so worried about what other people are going to think. We're worried about making a mistake, right? Have you come across this with the clients and the people that you work with?
Yeah, so actually this is so perfect because a lot of the fear comes when you're starting to compare with someone else or thinking you should be delivering it a different way. And so what I do in our coaching is helping them to identify their natural wiring, how God created them. We're not all the same. Some are outgoing, some are not so outgoing, some are more reserved. And I know you've worked with me because I'm more reserved. So I needed that encouragement and energy on how to, deliver. And of course, I'm still sharpening that. And I'm married to a very outspoken, more extroverted husband, has no problem with that. But so it all is very much complementary with each other, just for someone to get that confidence and knowing who they are and then identifying what they need to, polish their skills. And that's a lot where I see that you are very gifted in bringing the best out of people and really helping them to do their best in whatever challenge they have. You really bring that encouragement and equipment that they need to deliver and be fully there.
Mm. Well, it's very interesting. And I love the work that you're doing now too, because it really, when we can tap into you, the viewer, you, the listener, whoever is listening, is the fact that if you're even listening or watching this right now, you are here for a reason. There's a reason that you found this program. There's a reason that you found me or Sandy or wherever you're coming in from. And when you can tap into your natural gifts and talents, right? And that's where your system, Sandy, that really helps people to understand their design, how they're designed, how you are with other people. I know you and Gino couldn't be like more opposites. Robert and I, my husband of 30 something years now. I wouldn't say that we're opposite. We have a lot in common, a lot of similarities, but we process things completely opposite. Like when my husband is stressed out, he gets quiet and he goes within, and I'm always like, something's up. When I'm not as much lately for myself, but when I'm upset or processing thing, my personality in the past has been to go outward, and blah, vomit for everybody. But I'm grateful. I've got so many tools, and I've got my day starts with total getting grounded. Like I have a consistent, except for this week, of course. This week's been a different week every day. But in a perfect world, I get up and I have a program that I do every morning. Program meaning, I get up, I get quiet. My husband and I like to walk in the morning, like before the sun comes up. I know it's crazy. We're out of our minds. It's really an ungodly time to be up and out. But that consistent connection with myself, that consistent communicating with, God, higher power, universe, whatever your thing is, that consistent self-care, I put that under self-care for myself, just sets me up for my day. It sets me up for an amazing day with my family, with my clients, with any of my interaction. But my point being, when you know yourself so well and you know how you're designed and you understand how you're wired naturally, it's a game changer. That I think is what's helping a lot of, well, when I work with my clients, I think that's part of the transformation that happens, because it's, I use the vehicle of the voice to help get people there. Some people do therapy, where you get to beat the stump and scream and, scream into the pillow. And You know, some people get out in nature. Some people, there's all different ways. You know, again, it's another part of understanding how we are divinely created, right? When we truly understand, like some core values that became super clear for me in the last couple of years. Because you've known me a long time, Sandy. You've seen
Yeah.
me go from just starting this vocal thing out to trying lots of different things and working with lots of different business coaches and spending tens of thousands of dollars doing things that everybody told me I needed to do to be a successful businesswoman. And friends, whoever's watching, listening, you know what? Number one, don't listen to somebody else telling you what you should or shouldn't be doing. I mean, I'm truly like, you audience, like this is from my heart. Like, you don't need to go and make the same mistakes that I made because I made them for you already. So one, understand who you are. And Sandy's got this incredible system to help you do that. What is the name of the system again, Sandy, that you use?
We will use the DISC. It's a
This
human
system.
behavior, model. But also, once you identify your strengths and we show you how to apply them, that's the big thing, is understanding that, understanding others so that you're able to communicate more effectively with others and get the better results.
You know, these are really valuable assessments that really help us to understand ourselves. And when you understand yourself, then you're able to completely fully express who you are. Speaking of systems, I have my own system. My system is the voice system, VOICE. And what that is it's a formula that I created. It's my proprietary blend of what I have been doing essentially for almost, I don't even want to say how many years. I mean, I got my certification, teaching credential, master's in education, certified to teach voice. You know, this has been going on for almost 25 years. But in the last, over a decade, taking what I've done successfully with thousands of clients, I've boiled it all down to this super simple, I call it the voice formula. It really breaks everything down. It's based on you and how you're wired and how you communicate. It's beautiful. So lots of systems, lots of formulas, lots of you know, I think what happens is we get stuck because we get overwhelmed. And there's just so many options. There's so much noise out there. And I wanted to come back to, a few years ago, I did try my hand. I was told you need to have an online business. I was dealing with some throat issues. I was getting concerned about the sustainability of me being able to continue to be a vocal coach. In fact, I was actually very fearful because I thought I was going to have this throat surgery and thyroid stuff. And I was like, oh no, this is like my livelihood. Like, no, I'm sorry, endocrinologist, you can't take my thyroid out. It's too close to my vocal cord. So I'm going to do everything I can with, prayer and meditation and my diet and other protocols and natural, organic, blah. But I did all of these. So going online was my answer because everybody was telling me that's what I need to do, and all the coaches. And if you just spend, X amount of dollars, we'll help you get it all up and going. Well, I did it. It took me 2 years, and I have beautiful programs, beautiful courses, all sitting in a beautiful container without a single sale. My point being, again, that is not my vibe. I do work online. It's more of a one-on-one thing when I work with people online. But one of the things I really learned about myself, coming back to my core values, one, being outside is critical for me. I absolutely must be outside. That is so important. Being in nature, connection, probably connection is even my higher core value. Connecting with myself, connecting with my higher power, connecting with my family, my clients, a true, authentic, heartfelt, from my heart. This is who I am. You know, take what you like, leave the rest. You know, if I'm not your cup of tea, it's okay. I'm not going to take it personally. I still love you. God bless you. Have a beautiful life. We don't need to hang out. There's so many other people out there that are probably a better fit. So I don't take things personally anymore. But I learned that by launching that course, which I will repurpose and do some things with, but live is my vibe. Live in person is my vibe. And so, like, if you are listening to this, here, can I do a little plug?
Yeah, sure.
I think this will be in the show notes, but you know, if you're listening or watching this at a later date, you won't get this, but I have this band, speaking of live, and this is one of the most, I mean, everything I do with voice is fun. I've repurposed myself. Like I'm not trying to force things to happen anymore. I'm not trying to force and fit things. I'm just doing what I do, loving what I do, loving the clients that are coming to me to do and learn what I do. The next one coming up, if you are watching this early enough, at the end, it is in Santa Barbara, and I think you've got this in the show notes too. This is band camp for adult women.
So fun.
You're a man watching this. We love you guys and we need you guys, but this really is specific for women, adult women. This is not for little girls. This is an opportunity for adult women to go back to being that little girl that used to sing with the hairbrush around like when no one was watching or listening. It's going to be super fun. I have an early bird pricing available right now. This is happening Saturday, March 2nd. Now, let me tell you a couple
Well,
of things.
what else? That's a great gift idea for the men to get their woman.
Ooh, love, love, love that
Yeah.
too. Thank you.
Mhm.
And just so you know what you're getting, and this stuff will be in the show notes, but this is a live in-person event. This is a 3-hour workshop. This is in the Santa Barbara County, Ventura County area. In this workshop, you're going to be working with me personally. I have a full all-woman band, drummer, keys, guitar player. We're not starting with that. We're starting when you come in, you're going to walk away. Let me tell you, you're going to walk away with. You're going to walk away knowing your vocal range. I'm going to show every woman that it's a small group. This is not, 30, 40, 50 people. I'm talking like a dozen. I'd be happy if a dozen, right now, it's half full. I have half a dozen women committed and paid. So, and they can't beat the price point. Oh my gosh, friends, $250 in advance, early bird pricing. That's what I do in 1 hour with people. I'm sharing 3 months of content with you at this workshop in 3 hours on a Saturday afternoon. You're going to walk away knowing your range. You're going to walk away knowing you're not too old, you're not too young. There's no such thing as tone deaf. We're going to talk about pitch, tone, timing. We're going to practice that vocal break area. What is really ideal is if you register ahead of time, we're going to have a little conversation about a song choice for you to bring to the workshop that day. If you're just showing up last minute, you lose that benefit of getting some feedback and a little bit of preparation before you show up. So I really encourage you, if you want to participate, I think it's in a couple of weeks, get yourself registered and paid now so I can send you the email for your next steps. But I'm so excited because coming back to, it's a live event. It's a small group. My sweet spot with my group work, my sweet spot is probably right around a dozen, give or take here or there, plus or minus. But women, small groups, in person, live, the transformation it's so energizing. Like every single participant walks away transformed in a matter of just an afternoon.
I'm going to be sharing your Valentine's special. You're offering our listeners here a complimentary 30-minute discovery call. I think you guys should hop on there as soon as you can. We'll share the link for you to pick a time on Sloane's calendar. Then you can schedule time. You can ask her any questions, any concerns you have about your voice, ask her any professional opinion on anything that you have, because her experience is so wide range, not just for voice. If you can talk, you can sing.
That's right.
That's her
You're
that's
doing
her
so
motto.
well. Yes.
In addition to that, she is a entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. She is a networker. She knows how to create a business. She knows how to elevate a business. Or if you're just wanting to sing for fun, she can reach you wherever you are. And she is totally unconditionally loving. So when she says there is no judgment, it's totally right on. And I'll also include a link. I am also co-hosting some info sessions on Communicate to Connect. And you'll learn a little bit more about the DISC system of, getting more aware of how you're naturally wired and how that all comes into play when we're building relationships and becoming more impactful. If we want to do that, we have a bigger, we attract people that have a bigger picture and who enjoy helping others. And so these are skills that enable us to reach more people, reach more for 2024.
Oh, I like that. I teach you how to embrace your voice and discover the joy. That's a key. Discover the joy of using your voice in a powerful and profound way. That's my gift to the planet.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, you hear a lot about mental wellness, and you don't have to go to a clinic. You can come to use one of our resources.
Absolutely.
Everyone needs mental wellness.
Absolutely.
And we're speaking to healthy and well people, but we need to stay healthy. So,
Yeah. Very nice. Thank
okay.
you,
All
Sandy.
right. Well, thank
It's been a
you
lot of fun.
people for joining us, and do connect with us. We are here to serve. All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for viewers and listeners taking time out of your day to come on over and give a listen.
Yes. All right. We will see you all soon.